Best thing that's ever happened to you financially. Go.
Easy. Sold my car on Carvana. Amazing offer.
Really? I hit 200 on a scratcher.
Did the scratcher come to your house and hand you a check?
No.
How many scratchers did you hit to get that? I hit a button on Carvana.com once.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like the lottery, except you always win.
Not like the lottery at all, actually.
Exactly. Inexplicably good. Offers worth bragging about. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
Hear that? That's now Crispy and McCrispy strips meeting Creamy Caesar sauce. Sounds extra crispy. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello, mid-sized business. We see your big ambitions, but how do you achieve the wins you want when your technology is holding you back? SAP Grow is built to grow with your business, no matter its size. With AI embedded at its core, working across every system, all ready to go from day one, so you can hit the ground running. Bring it with SAP Grow, AI Cloud ERP for any size business.
The biggest moments in sports are streaming live on Fox One. From MLB to NFL, Big Noon Saturdays, and so much more. Fox One brings you the games, rivalries, and can't-miss moments all season long. And it doesn't stop at the final whistle. Catch highlights, expert analysis, interviews, and the stories behind the biggest moments in sports. Watch live or on demand, at home or on the go. Stream Fox Sports on Fox One. Download the app today.
The comments made by Amin Elhassan are made by him and him himself and nobody else, and not indicative of Basketball Illuminati, Tom Haberstroh, Anthony Mays, or any guest incorporated.
Does the Sam Hinkie tweeting out the Rudy meme, clapping Rudy meme after the Sixers beat the Celtics, does that feel at all like it really happened or just like a dream? Because that seems so long ago.
Oh, I remember it. It doesn't feel like it was recent.
Yeah.
That was this year, right? This calendar year, 2026. It was 2 months ago. But so much has happened.
So much has happened. We're going to talk to Spike Eskin later about the Sixers and trust the process and how he's processing this LeBron James acquisition, the stunner of LeBron James going to Philly. But I want to do a deep dive here real quick on the word optionality, because the word optionality that we heard from Brad Stevens, Rob Pelinka, Sam Presti, all these GMs doing press conferences.
Dagnall's the number one offender.
It is incredible. And Mays, great job with our executive producer, Zach Harper.
Even as I type optionality into this doc, spell check wants to change it to options. You know why? Because there's no fucking reason to use the word optionality in a league that is all about efficiency now. It is less efficient. You don't sound smarter by saying optionality. You sound like a fucking idiot who is trying to sound smart.
I did my own history lesson. I mean, I hope you can supplement it, but I had started with Dagnall last year's finals after he switched the lineup up.
Oh, no. Who is the originator, the inventor of optionality? I mean, do you have any theories on how this popped off?
I think it's going to be someone, it's going to be a nerd. I don't know how else to describe it. Meaning, I don't think we're going to find out Dominique Wilkins came up with this. It's going to be someone who's like, my value to basketball is with my mind. And I never actually played, but I have a cunning mind. So everyone that we've named thus far is a great candidate.
Well, Tom, did it happen before 2003? Because otherwise, I would say probably LeBron invented optionality.
Oh, right. Sure. That's probably true. That all of this is actually LeBron.
Amin's talking about somebody who wanted to impact the game with his mind, maybe mind the game, you know?
Yeah. I could see LeBron telling like a young Joe Mazzulla, don't put all your eggs in a playing basket. You want to keep your optionality alive. Optionality. I'm going to run with this.
Well, optionality kind of jumped the shark, or at least became part of the zeitgeist because of Sam Hinkie in 2015.
No way.
Is this Pablo Torre?
It's actually part of the Michael Carter-Williams trade, you guys.
Oh, MCW.
So this was after that beloved rookie season when Michael Carter-Williams was on a rocket ship to the Hall of Fame. Sam Hinkie said, February 20th, 2015, quote, "I believe a lot in optionality. A lot. I believe a lot in flexibility. I believe a lot in making a decision as late as you possibly can to gain as much information as you can." So that's when the word optionality became a buzzword because, of course, Sam Hinkie represents, I think, the nerd class.
There it is.
In ways that you're describing. I mean,
where do we go from here? Where does the thread pick up from there?
I have uncovered something even before Sam Hinkie.
Proto Hinkie.
But it's not the NBA. Does Andrew Friedman ring a bell to you sports pundits?
No, it sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
He is the guy who runs baseball operations for the Dodgers.
Baseball.
And he's famous for being the Tampa Bay Rays guy that took the Bill James as well as Theo Epstein, kind of this movement of sabermetrics. Andrew Friedman is very much this like Moneyball character where he's credited and very successful in building these teams on these new age metrics, etc.
Again, kind of fits my paradigm, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. Sam Hinkie, Andrew Friedman, Theo Epstein, Bill James, Daryl Morey, they're all vying for the Mount Rushmore of this movement. He said, I found this in the Tampa Bay Times, January 13th, 2012. The Rays executive VP said, "We're just looking for a bat. We like to have optionality. We like to be as flexible as we can be. We don't want to pigeonhole ourselves in any one area if we can avoid it, just because it expands the applicant pool." Okay, so there you have it. 2012, Andrew Friedman of the Rays front office starting optionality. However, we can go even further back.
What?
Deeper?
We're going deeper. Even before 2012, guys, to 2007. And not only that, guys, it is an NBA owner using this term, optionality.
Mark Cuban.
I'm going to read you the quote, and I will reveal it to you.
Okay.
September 12th to the AP, the Associated Press, 2007. "What's happened is what I envisioned. We're going to wake up one day and be a good team. And then, if they stay healthy and the chemistry's good and the coaching's good and you got a couple of breaks, we could be a really good team. We're under the cap. We have a lot of assets. And I could see during the season making trades. We've reached that point now where we're a team going up with good cap management. We have, and this is in quotes in the AP, we have optionality."
Okay. So Mark Cuban's out because 2007, there was 67 win team.
They're not under the cap.
Who were the up and coming teams? It's definitely not us in Phoenix. Fuck that. We did not have optionality. You said this guy's an owner. Was he an owner when he made this quote?
Well, here's the twist. He is an owner in the NBA, but this quote was actually about his NHL team.
Come on, man.
So this quote that I just read to you, he was the owner of the NHL team, used the word optionality in 2007.
It's Tom Dundon?
No.
I don't think Dundon owned the Hurricanes yet.
No.
He bought them later than that.
This felt like a nightmare. Like, oh my God, this Biff's 1985.
And now we're living in his golden age of optionality.
The next line in this quote is, "We're very well positioned in the new NHL. We're not a whining team." And I will also give you this hint. He is a reformed optionalitist. Okay.
Well, that's definitely a new word.
He is a reformed optionalitist because...
And that's our title somehow, which is bizarre.
In an article posted to The Athletic, May of 2026, so a couple months ago.
Is it Ted Leonsis?
It's Ted Leonsis.
Wow.
I just was going through...
the dual owners.
The first hockey team owner that I thought of was Dolan.
Oh, man.
And I said, you know what?
Never.
Probably not.
God help me win this time. Just wants to feel alive. Come on, take the leap. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. God help me win this time. Just wants to feel alive. Come on, take the leap. Come on, baby. Bring it home to me.
And then I thought, oh, that's right. Good old Teddy Two Gloves down there in the nation's capital owns the Capitals.
Yep. And he was talking about the Capitals in that optionality quote. And that was in 2007. So 8 years before Sam Hinkie, there was a guy who beat him to the punch. Ted Leonsis, famously an internet mogul.
AOL.
He's the former president, vice chairman of AOL.
Yeah.
He's a businessman. And it's no surprise that a businessman would come up with the idea of optionality being something that you could talk about in these terms, right?
Like everything wrong with the world today, it all started in Silicon Valley somewhere with a tech company. So there we have it. Ted Leonsis, originator of optionality.
But the reason why Amin and Mays, I'm saying he's a reformed optionalitist, is because in an article written by David Aldridge, the GOAT, the Hall of Famer, David Aldridge for The Athletic, the headline is "The Wizards' Deconstruction Paid Off," deconstruction in quotes, and owner Ted Leonsis is not apologizing. And in that story, about halfway down, you can see a quote from Ted Leonsis saying, if we're going to win the lottery, this was a good year to do it. Not so much because of the concentration of talent, but it does give these very strategic thinkers lots of options. I couldn't tell you today what they will ultimately do. I can tell you how they're thinking about it. They would be open for discussion. We paid our dues, and now we have the options, and we have a month to figure out what to do with that perspective. Did he, guys, have the opportunity to say we have optionality with our number one overall pick? He could have said that.
Should have said it.
But he didn't.
No.
He said we have options. He could have said optionality, but he decided, you know what? Bygones be bygones. I'm above this now. And Ted Leonsis is the godfather of optionality, but he decides, you know what? I'm out. It's officially jumped the shark when everybody else is using it. So there you have it. Ted Leonsis.
Can I give you guys my nerd technical speak to describe an NBA thing?
Well, it wouldn't be very in the spirit of optionality if I said no.
In many ways, my idea was Betamax, and then they went with VHS. Tom, when a team has a bunch of draft picks coming in, think of Oklahoma City.
A full cupboard of picks. Yep.
What do they call that? What's the nerd term for that?
Asset accumulation.
No.
Draft. Oh, what is?
Capital?
Yeah, draft capital.
Okay, here's a hint. Ted Leonsis owns this. Draft capital, right?
Yeah.
Mine, I developed away from anyone. This is when I was still working for a team, and I had to keep track of these things, called a draft pick inventory.
Too wordy.
Kind of like draft pick inventory better. Feel like it's a better descriptor of what we're doing.
You're right. Venture inventory is really taken over the free market of the economy.
Could you do away with pick and just go draft inventory?
Or pick inventory. Pick inventory was my abbreviation.
I like that.
Draft capital, what the fuck does that mean?
Capital, it's a stable of assets.
Capital, what do you think of? You think of
Washington, D.C., Ted Leonsis.
Major city in a certain place. You think of venture capital. Inventory, you think of the people counting all of the cereal boxes on the shelves every second Tuesday of the month at the grocery store.
There you go. That's where the picks are. They're on the shelves.
Doesn't sound sexy to me.
Oh, you want it to be sexy.
It's got to be sexy.
It's got to be sexy. I didn't give it enough sex appeal.
Draft lingerie?
Oh.
The draft.
Draft brassiere.
Wouldn't that be great if that is what caught on?
Oh, my God.
Draft brassieres?
What do they have in the draft brassiere? Oh, who came up with that term? And then a podcast 20 years from now would be like, it started actually.
Amin Elhassan, that's actually the guy who invented draft brassieres.
The draft brassiere.
My assignment. Uncover why the association inspires more conspiracy theories in volume and salience than any other U.S. sport.
You've heard of the Illuminati.
The truth is out there, but so are lies.
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
The NBA has always been controlled by about 8 people.
Denial is the most predictable of all human responses.
If you're only using 10% of your brain, you don't even know that you're using 10% of your brain.
The NBA Illuminati.
If coincidences are just coincidences, why do they feel so contrived?
The Illuminati.
But you start to follow the money, and you don't know where the f*** it's going to take you.
It is unspoken. They have influence among other players.
The NBA Illuminati.
I don't have time for your convenient ignorance.
Maybe I'm a conspiracist now as well.
That's all it took. Oh, we got books, we got schools. You saw a video on YouTube.
My eyes, sir. I've never used them before.
We are the Basketball Illuminati.
This is Basketball Illuminati. I am Tom Haberstroh, Dr. Tom Haberstroh, joined as always by the 5-star Illuminati generals, Pulitzer Prize winning Amin Elhassan.
Hello.
And Anthony Mace.
What's up, Illumination? Thank you for keeping your third eye open. As always, you can support us at patreon.com/countthedings. That'll get you ad-free episodes and help us continue to produce the show. Also, check out our YouTube page at Basketball Illuminati. You can watch our Truth Teller interviews and Do You Believe episodes there. Please subscribe and continue to show your support. Thank you.
We're going to have Spike Eskin from WIP, Rights to Ricky, in Philadelphia, returning to the show, talk about LeBron James as our truth teller this week. We're going to get to Spike in a little bit, but first.
You are listening to The Agenda with Amin Elhassan and Tom Haberstroh.
I feel like I could probably say that Sam Presti is also one of those optionality endorsers, optionality icons.
Yeah, but I feel like Dagnall has stolen the shine on that a little bit.
Because he talks more.
It could be a in-house phrase, but Dagnall's getting it out there more frequently. But I would say that Sam Presti has maintained optionality this summer.
Oh, yeah.
I think what he's done is removed optionality from others rather than increase his optionality.
He's adding to his draft brassiere.
Yes.
Isn't he?
He has little itty bitty things, his stuff in there, over here and over there, you know. Brassieres can hold a lot of things. Put a little cash in there. Little second round picks here and there from trading everyone. Everyone's like, oh my God, Sam Presti, you're going to have to tear it all down. Oh no, what are you going to do? And what he did, we got to keep your third eye open, folks. He trades Lou Dort to Atlanta. By doing that, it allows him to drop under the second apron.
Which is not a brassiere, but
it's an apron, which is over the brassiere, right? The second apron is over the first apron. Underneath the second apron, in that little pocket, you've got a little thing called the taxpayer mid-level exception. A lot of people don't talk about the taxpayer MLE as much. We talk about the full MLE. Sometimes we talk about the cap room MLE, but the taxpayer MLE, $6 million, a pittance in today's NBA. Oh, why are we going to do that? Why are we going to tie up our resources with that? We're already in the tax. Why are we going to give $6 million? It's going to turn into like 24 or however many $million for us down the line. Here's why. Because he used it to put in an offer sheet for Denver's Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones, nice young player for the Nuggets. He's a restricted free agent coming off his first deal. And the Nuggets really love Spencer Jones. This guy played well for us. He was a great find for us a couple of years ago. It started 37 games for us. We can't let him go. And by doing that, by matching on Spencer Jones, now they are all but assured to enter deep into second apron territory when they finally come to terms with their real marquee free agent, which is Peyton Watson, who's also a restricted free agent. But this, ladies and gentlemen, creates all sorts of issues and all sorts of problems. Now, going back to Lou Dort. Lou Dort, I don't know if you guys know this, had a team option. So Sam Presti could have just declined to pick up the option. The money goes away and boom. But if you'd done that, guess what happens to Lou Dort?
What's that?
Lou Dort becomes an unrestricted free agent with full autonomy on where he can choose to go, including rivals such as the San Antonio Spurs. That was a risk that Presti wasn't willing to take. By trading Lou Dort and getting nothing in return other than a trade exception and a couple second round pick or whatever, but that trade exception worth the amount of Lou Dort's salary that Sam Presti can now use for a year to acquire other players via trade as long as they make less than that slot. This is where I really love the collective bargaining agreement. You know what the trade exception doesn't do?
What's that?
It doesn't count towards your tax bill. It allows Sam Presti to continue to hold the value of Lou Dort's salary without committing to being a second apron team, which is where they were before they moved him. Guys, there's a master of optionality among us, and his name is Samuel Presti.
I mean, I remember before the offseason started, you were pretty adamant that the Thunder depth would be compromised this summer, that everybody knows that they have too much money committed to too many players and that they would have to be sellers, and that, I don't know, people might ask more from them to unload these players like Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Joe. But instead, it's second round picks. It's nothing that's going to change the world, but it's still better than having to ship out second round picks to package that with these players to salary dump them.
Right.
How does he keep getting away with this? This is the Aaron Paul meme. Atlanta especially came back for more.
Yes.
Oh, we liked Aaron Wiggins. We'll also take some Lou Dort a couple weeks later.
This is really interesting. It goes to the heart of one of my favorite NBA sayings, which is it only takes one. And if you're not on radio or TV or around children, the full saying is it only takes one asshole. Sam Presti is a master. You want to talk about what he's the best at? People are like, oh, he's the best at scouting. No. I'm going to tell you exactly what Sam Presti is the best at. He is the best at finding the one asshole. He's got fucking lasers and sonar and everything picking up where that one asshole is. And he will push that asshole button again and again and again until he gets what he wants. And so, yes, Mays, you're right. I thought that they would have to attach something to get off of these salaries. Not because these players are bad, not because they have bad deals, but because, I'm up against it. Thing I did not take into account was twofold. Number one, that Clay Bennett has infinite patience. A lot of times when you see a deal like that happen, it's because I got to get this deal done. My owner's on my ass. And Sam Presti does not have his owner on him. Oh, I got to get rid of this. What do you know? And like that didn't happen. Just like a coach. When a coach is free to coach, it's the best version of himself. When a GM is free to GM, it's the best version of himself. So that's number one. No pressure. Number two is, again, that innate ability to find the asshole. In this case, the asshole of the Atlanta Hawks, who very realistically said to themselves, hey, look at the Eastern Conference. Look at how the NBA championship has gone, the finals matchups the last 7 years or so. Anyone can make it, including us. So we see an opportunity here to add players who can really push our program forward at minimal cost. What the Atlanta Hawks did not see was the opportunity to rake Sam Presti over the coals. To say, I know this is a great price for Lou Dort, for Aaron Wiggins, but you're up against it, and I'm going to fuck you over now. That's the difference, because in this case, the Atlanta Hawks and Ansi Salah, their GM, did not recognize who the asshole was. And when you don't know who the asshole is, you know what that means, gentlemen?
Find a mirror.
Exactly, because you're the asshole.
The Thunder have 4 trade exceptions. 2.5 million, 11.3 million, 9 million, and 17.7 million.
Problem is you can't combine those.
Yeah, you can't lump it together to one $37, $40 million exception.
You can split them up, but you can't combine them. So that's one issue. Issue number two is obviously the moment you use them, you go back into the second apron. So to paraphrase Jules from Pulp Fiction, that better be one charming motherfucking pig if you're going to do that. You can't go out and do that for a marginal talent. Guys, would you like to know what their draft pick inventory is for Oklahoma City? 2027 first-round pick from Denver. 2027 first-round pick from San Antonio. 2027 first-round pick from the Clippers. Pick swap. 2027 second-round pick from Chicago. 2028 first-round pick from Dallas. That's a swap. 2028 second-round pick from Utah. 2029 second-round pick from Boston. 2029 second-round pick from Atlanta or Miami, least favorable. 2030 second-round pick from Atlanta. 2030 second-round pick from Denver, Houston, Miami, the 2 least favorable. 2030 second-round pick from Minnesota. 2031 second-round pick from Detroit. 2031 second-round pick from Atlanta or Houston, the most favorable. 2031 second-round pick from Orlando or New Orleans, the less favorable. 2032 second-round pick from Atlanta. 2032 second-round pick from the Lakers. Lots of second-rounders there. Only a couple first-rounders left. That incredible inventory, that warehouse of first-round picks he once had is almost depleted. Depleted inventory, fellas.
Well, I would say he's added something. One thing you haven't listed, Amin, the Atlanta Hawks pick that goes to the San Antonio Spurs next year. Who did he trade Lou Dort to?
Oh, 4D chess. He just made Atlanta better, so Atlanta's pick is going to be worse, so San Antonio doesn't get a chance to get a... Presti?
Yeah. I got one better. Why does Atlanta feel like they need more wing defenders? They already have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and they got Dyson Daniels. They got a lot of these wings that can defend at a high level, but they lost to the New York Knicks. I present my next theory. People think, oh, this is 4D chess. By improving the Atlanta Hawks to therefore make the pick going to San Antonio, the great rival of the Oklahoma City Thunders, even less favorable. But I mean, I want to go one step further here. The team that beat the Atlanta Hawks to make them need to upgrade their wing defenders was what team in the playoffs this year?
The New York Knicks.
Oh, right. And they won a championship, did they not?
They sure did.
I mean, who did they beat in the NBA championship?
They beat the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, interesting. Was there anybody that went from the San Antonio Spurs to the New York Knicks that might have had any sort of impact?
Oh, it's our guy, Jeremy Sohan.
Interesting. Took down the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals. Guys, I just want to ask, where's Jeremy Sohan from?
Poland.
His parents Polish, but they play college basketball. Where did they play college basketball?
Oklahoma?
Yeah. What if Sohan is a Presti agent?
Deep state?
If you're telling me that Sohan is an undercover secret agent deployed to sow unrest in foreign lands, then I would just advise you don't mess with the Sohan.
You know what shouldn't cost money? Managing your money. That's why I've moved on from my traditional old school bank that charged me overdraft fees and monthly fees and minimum balance fees. I'm done with fees, and that's why I'm using Chime. Chime members can benefit from up to $1,150 in annual rewards fee-free. They have thousands of ATMs fee-free. You catch it on here? Now check out some of these benefits. You get 5% cash back on Chime Card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries, whatever you're using the most. You get savings that grow faster with a 3.75% APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average. You can even get $500 of your pay with MyPay. They also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free. All of which make it so much easier to manage your money. Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. Head to chime.com/basketball. That's chime.com/basketball. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services from MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
Pay's checkout is offered by your banks and credit unions. So when you shop online at participating merchants, your cards appear in one place, ready to use and kept up to date. And the best part, your actual card number isn't shared when you check out, because boundaries are healthy, like no work emails after 6. One small step for boundaries, one big leap for checkout. Pays. It checks out. Activation required. See Pays.com to learn more. Terms and conditions apply.
You mind if we make one more stop before heading back? I need to run a Target.
100%. Let's RTT. You thinking of stuff for the dorm?
Yeah, my mom gave me some good tips on must-have essentials. We for sure need underbed storage, handheld iron for wrinkles, maybe even a mini Keurig for Mondays. Am I right?
All right, bet. Because I was already thinking about keeping my clothes looking fresh at college, so you better be sharing that.
Of course, man. Whatever I get on this run is yours too.
Twin.
But for real, let's go before they close.
Find everything you need for college at Target.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food.
cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro cat food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
Visible puts the ultimate wireless hack in the palm of your hand. With unlimited 5G wireless data and hotspot designed to keep you connected, powered by Verizon's 5G network. And no contract holding you back. Plans start at $25 a month, or get the premium Visible Plus Pro plan and save $10 on your first month when you use promo code HACK. Make the switch at Visible.com. Terms apply. See Visible.com for details.
You all think I'm late. Well, I'm not late. And I'm going to stay right here and fight for this lost cause, even if this room gets filled with lies like these. And the Taylors and all their armies come marching into this place. Somebody will listen to me.
There's no better way to overpower a trickle of doubt than with a flood of naked truth.
But the complexity and the gray lie not in the truth, but what you do with the truth once you have it.
What is true and right is true and right for all.
You and I both know that that's just not the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Too messy. Keeps them up nights.
I'm here because in the end, the truth is worth the risk.
Speak a little truth and people lose their minds.
I'm a grown man, you can tell me the truth.
Why is it people who want the truth never believe it when they hear it?
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something really outrageous. I'm going to tell the truth.
Maze, why don't you start with what you just texted in the group? Because that's pretty funny.
Yeah, there was some breaking news Friday morning from Rights to Ricky Sanchez that they're starting.
LeBron.
No. 7:37 a.m. Pacific. That they're entering August mode early. They're shutting it down. It's time for Spike to talk about music that he likes. I got a nice update on Monday about Prince, I believe, and some other cool music musings.
Yep.
So
that was interrupted. Yeah, we call August. We call the time between when Summer League ends and training camp. We call it all August. That's when we sort of spread our wings, go into COVID mode almost, whatever we want to talk about. And we had discussed, can we start August before LeBron signs somewhere? And we're like, yeah, it's fucking August. Let's go. So Friday morning, send a newsletter out to everyone. It's August. Let's go. I was off of work that day. Didn't even have to think about sports. And then I get the call, 11:31 a.m. from my co-host and producer, Jack. Like this. LeBron just signed with the Sixers. LeBron just signed with the Sixers.
Triple red alert.
Yeah.
So, Spike, take us into your mindset before that revelation. Were you guys like, there's no chance he's coming here. We're wasting our time. Let's have lives. Let's be people.
Mike thought it was possible. I did not think it was possible. I thought the Sixers were being used for leverage, which I still in the back of my head wonder if this is a game of chicken that eventually ended up with LeBron going, okay, fine, well, I'll just sign with the Sixers then, and actually did it. So I thought
I'll do the dishes. Fine, I'll do the dishes.
Yes, fine. You're right. I actually had money on both the Sixers and Golden State. About a week before the announcement, I'm like, this is Golden State. I'm telling you, Rich Paul's not even mentioning Golden State. I'm trying to read tea leaves. I'm pretty good at that. Why is he only mentioning Cleveland, Miami, and Philadelphia and not even Golden State? Seems like bullshit. Take all the money out of Philly, put it all in Golden State. And then I guess maybe there's like a 1% chance, but I thought the Sixers were just being used as leverage. I kept saying LeBron is not spending the end of his career in Philadelphia watching Jaylen Brown dribble and watching Joel Embiid show up at 6:30 wondering whether he's going to play that night or not. I just said there's just no way he's going to do it. And suppose I was wrong on that one. I suppose I was wrong.
This makes me feel so much better because when people are like, were you surprised? Like, did you think Philly, if the number one Philly sports show, the host of it said I had a 1% chance of it happening. That makes me feel better.
He didn't just say they got a 1% chance. He took the summer off. He's like, I'm done. I'll let y'all in the fall.
Kind of a brilliant reverse jinx, though.
Yeah, if I wanted it to happen, it would have been a brilliant reverse jinx. But
maybe you're BSing us, Spike. Maybe this is all a ruse. I just wanted my break. I just wanted to talk about music.
Well,
now, Maze, there's two sides to every coin, because I'm sure there's someone in your life, Spike, who is like, finally, okay, let's get this vacation started, and then like a couple hours later, he's like, I gotta go to work.
Well, it was pretty funny because my wife is aware of sports. She doesn't like watch anymore. We used to watch the Phillies all the time together, doesn't anymore. So I called her and I said, hey, I'm going to have to leave the dogs away longer than I thought because I have to go to work today. And she's like, why? And I was like, LeBron signed with the Sixers. And she's like, what? And I said, yes, LeBron James signed with the Sixers. And she goes, well, I don't see that on the internet. And I was like, Val, I said, what am I, lying to you? And she goes, well, I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, Val, he signed with the Sixers. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. She couldn't even like comprehend that it was possible. So it is what it is. Here we are.
I love that.
Well, yeah.
I love the idea that she's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even say like, holy shit, Val, he signed with the Sixers. I gotta go. You were just like very calm, Walter Cronkite, just delivering the news.
Well, that's me, is always sort of like checking off boxes and taking care of business. So I had taken the day off because Connor Barwin, former Eagle, has a foundation here. He has a concert Friday night. He asked me to host something for him. But my timing was going to be all messed up because now I had to go into the show for 2 hours and do the radio show. So I was just in,
oh yeah,
someone's got to let the dogs out. I got to get to work for 2 hours. Also, then I got to somehow get to Connor's thing. So I went into, let's figure this thing out right away. And because I had spent however many weeks, 3 weeks on the radio saying the two things, he's not coming here. And also, I desperately do not want him to come here. That the day that he signs there, I have to be on the radio that day, right? Like when 2:00 starts, because then it looks like I chickened out if I didn't show up. So I had to go in there and do the radio show too. So yeah, it was an interesting day.
Now, that's interesting. You said, I didn't want him to sign here.
No.
Oh, Amin.
Yeah. No.
Spike is out
I
here
get it.
for years.
I get it. But then I always figured that's something you say because he's not here.
No.
I don't want his ass anyway. Now he's here. There's no party that like, this could be good. This could be fun.
Well, I mean this when I say I'm excited for everyone who's excited. I'm happy for them. And I don't think it's like, I don't think it's like objectively a bad move. If I were the Sixers,
right.
Good on Mike Gansey, good on Bob Myers, all those sorts of things. I personally, from a fan perspective and from a person who has to talk about this all the time, I didn't want it even a little bit. I have found, I used to be a LeBron guy up until, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years, however many years ago I flipped. And I find the entire thing tedious. I find him tedious. Again, I want to be clear because the response to this is always, well, he never did anything bad. Yes, I know. I'm like aware. This is not, bad guy dislike. It is, I find him tedious. I find the way that it sort of sucks the air out of everything that isn't LeBron related with the team annoying. I find it incredibly distasteful. I find even the lying that's kind of funny is just indicative of a strange person. I don't want to spend every podcast and every radio show for the next year or two talking about why LeBron said what he said. If we're going to bench VJ Edgecombe now, are we trading, LeBaron Philon for fucking Kevin Love? There you go. Like I don't want to do any of those things. And I think the Sixers' problems to win a championship are like above adding LeBron. I don't
Yes,
think this makes them win a championship. So for me, it makes it more interesting. It makes more people listen to the podcast. It makes the radio show more compelling. For me, it makes me just enjoy it all a little bit less, if I'm being honest, because I don't find the whole LeBron thing to be interesting anymore. I find it tedious.
So I mean, like, okay, so I think that makes more sense in my head, in that sense that it makes specifically your job less fun. Specifically your job.
Yes.
Like as opposed to if I were just Spike Philly guy sitting on my couch, I love my Sixers, like that, like, because I seen the same shit with the Lakers. Like, they're like, oh, fuck LeBron. Like, no, fuck that. Like, this guy makes you better. Like, he makes you, for them, obviously, you guys are in a different place than they were when he got there. And he's in a different place than he was when he got there. But still, it's a level of, like, I don't give a shit how much you don't like the guy. He moves your program forward in a meaningful manner.
Radio program, or like
no. Your basketball program. Program. I get what you're saying as someone who worked however many years I worked at ESPN. I get it. Like, it's repetitive and it's rinse and repeat, and there's nothing new or interesting or even meaningful. It's just a lot of like fit in or fit out. Or like, what the fuck does he mean? I once said on the radio with George Sedano, LeBron doesn't leave breadcrumbs. He leaves whole loaves of bread because he's not subtle in the slightest, right? But that's because I'm complaining about my job. I'm not complaining about, like, had I been a Cavs fan or a Laker fan or now a Sixer fan,
I think
how he makes it better.
I think there's different ways to think about that. Now, my lives in that way are combined, so it's not possible for me to totally separate them. But I can tell you that I think back to I wasn't on the radio at this point; I was just on the podcast. But one of the conflicts between me and a lot of our listeners was the Jimmy Butler trade, which I don't like Jimmy Butler. I really did like Robert Covington. I really did like Dario Saric. Hated the trade. Hated it. For two reasons. One, for the team, but also two, I just don't want to watch Jimmy Butler. And people said, but it makes them better. And isn't the whole point just to win a championship? Sort of. Like, the point for the team is to win the championship. My enjoyment is not necessarily dependent on them winning a championship. Like, if LeBron comes and it's just another fucking LeBron championship, and it's just LeBron. I don't know that any of the last 13 years I've invested in following the team, like, it feels like we accomplished something because LeBron got there and they won a championship. So ultimately, it's the team's job to try to win a championship. I don't know that my enjoyment necessarily is always motivated specifically by, does this move make them slightly better to win a championship? But I don't know how I would feel if I was just a regular fan, because I haven't been just a regular fan in a long time. So
yeah, do you think you're still rooting for the Sixers to win a championship, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had to think, though.
That was like Mays when Tom asked him, "Hey, when I hit this, will I record at this level?" Mays like, "Sure." Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what it like looks like. Let's say they trade, and I, whatever, whether I want them to or not, whatever. Let's say they trade Joel Embiid and a first round pick and LeBaron Philon for Anthony Davis, and okay, let's just say that happens, and so then LeBron and Anthony Davis won a Sixers championship. Two players who I've never rooted for in my entire life, who just got here, or are sort of mercenaries. Am I rooting for them? Yes, they're the Sixers. Do I feel, and maybe throughout the season, my emotions will change as I watch them every single play. But if I'm like projecting right now, I could give a shit if LeBron James and Anthony Davis win another championship. Like, I'm not invested in those two guys at all. Now, maybe after a season, I will be. I, end up liking players, not liking players. Kelly Oubre, I never thought I'd love Kelly Oubre now because he was here. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, yes, I want them to win. But I'm a little conflicted about the whole thing because rooting for LeBron feels like antithetical to my existence, I guess.
Well, when he said trust the process at FanFest, what did you think?
Well, of course, he's been saying, I don't think you know this, Tom, but he's been saying it since 2003. Of course, he remembers when he started saying trust the process because everybody remembers those things.
He invented it.
He invented it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
He remembers when he met Sam Hinkie and told him, there's a thing called processing.
Yeah.
You should just trust it. Like, instead of rejecting the process, trust it. And Hinkie's like,
I'm sure LeBron actually told them to get Tony Roten, right?
Yes, of course.
Love that guy.
Is that the process right there? I always think of Hollis Thompson.
No, Tony
Henry
Roten.
Sims.
So the steps to trust the process were Pablo writes the story about Hinkie. Roten is quoted in the article saying he tells us to trust the process. We make the T-shirt, and then Pablo holds up the T-shirt on around the horn, and then it goes. So Tony Roten, Pablo, Tony Roten, I think are the. I don't even know if Sam Hinkie ever said it. To be quite honest with you, like there's no quote of him saying that anywhere, which is funny.
But he must hate us. Oh my God! I didn't even say it. It's all Pablo's fault.
Yeah.
Well, Spike, the last time we had you on was after beating the Celtics.
Yeah.
And I would say you were pretty happy, but you were also like, this is as far as this train goes. I'm not expecting more. So you're kind of lukewarm about like a LeBron mercenary championship. What was your favorite season in your 13 years of the Ricky? What was the high point? What was your favorite team? What were you most attached to?
I think our high point, now this is a long time ago, is the first full Ben Simmons and Embiid season where they win the first round of the playoffs and then they lose to Boston. They beat Miami, I think, Josh Richardson. And then they lost to Boston. That was when I believe we had the confetti game, I think was that year as well, where we hit where Ginobili hits not Ginobili, what's his name? He hated me.
Marco Bellinelli.
Bellinelli hits the shot in the corner and the confetti person thinks it's a 3. It's actually a 2. It ends up going to overtime. But we had the TJ McConnell game against the Celtics. That team was the perfect point of sports where they were better than you thought they were going to be. You didn't have any expectation that they would win anything, and you'd assume they're only going to get better in the future. And then, like, from that point on, it was also mishmash after that point on, because then it was like, okay, now we have Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler. And then we have Al Horford. And then, and then we had Harden. And then it's been a mishmash. That was probably the best season. That was probably my favorite season.
So emerging from centuries of darkness.
Yes.
Seeing the light.
Yep.
Hope was your favorite.
Hope. Yes. Well, hope is the best part of all of this, right? It's even better than thinking about winning is better than winning. I think sometimes is like with the Eagles. Well, the Eagles won.
Myers seems to think so.
Yeah. Well,
when he won a championship, he's like, I wasn't happy. It didn't fulfill me. And now he's running the Sixers.
Yeah. AJ Brown just said that after the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 24, he was like, I thought this would feel different than it did. And because the thing about winning is that winning, there's the moment, but then it's over. There's like no chase. There's nothing to look forward to. There's no elation. The idea of possibly winning and believing that you could win, that is
enduring.
That's the best part. Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like a bunch of people in New York might have something to say about these motherfuckers.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, for sure.
But it is something I've heard before by a lot of people, where it's just like there's an emptiness that comes after it, and you realize like doesn't matter because like we still have to go scout, we still have to go do like free agency, and we still have to go to camp, and then we got to do it all over again. And once the tips, no one cares about what happened last year. But having said that, I do think that winning is better than the hope for winning.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's all. Yes. I mean, winning is awesome, especially if you haven't won in a very long time. There is something settling about that. I remember when the Eagles won in 2017 or the 2018 Super Bowl, 2017 season. That actually affected me in a way I didn't think it would affect me. I was one of those people that went to my grandfather's grave and, left a program up there. I used to see those people on TV and laugh at those people. But then there is something, like that, I think, when it's been a long time. But I think the thing that I've learned through this specific era of the Sixers is that, just being more dialed into how I feel about everything because I have to express it to other people. I think the hope part of it is very underrated, and we always look past it. Because immediately after hope is expectations. And then expectations is really just the fear of not succeeding, as opposed to, the idea of it. So every Sixer season after that was just fear, which is oh, how's it going to end this time? Whereas the hope part, I don't know. I really enjoy the hope part.
AI is moving fast across the enterprise. But without visibility, it's just chaos. Different tools, different models, different teams using AI in completely different ways. ServiceNow turns that chaos into control. With the AI Control Tower, you see all your AI across the business in one place. What it's doing, what it's done, and what it's about to do. So you stay in control. To put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com.
We've had you on talking about Joel Embiid, and you mentioned how it would wreck you or emotionally change everything if he was traded for Anthony Davis or insert star here that LeBron wants. My buddy Eric, he said, I just want Embiid to win a championship. That at the end of the day is almost superseding the Sixers winning a championship. I just want to see Embiid do it. And I'm wondering, you with rights to Ricky, is that almost not a religious experience, but everything that you went through with Trust the Process, the Hinkie era, the Colangelo era, everything that came after it, Embiid's still here. And if LeBron is what it takes to get Embiid to the mountaintop, will seeing Embiid hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy, will that take care of, wash away all of the LeBron stuff for you, do you think?
Oh, it probably would. Yeah. I mean, and it's very difficult to separate. The emotional part of me is I wouldn't want to do it without Embiid. The practical part of me says they can never do it with Embiid. They can't. He's got to play every other day through the playoffs. It just, I don't know. He seemed so encouraged by last year after that. After the season ended, he's we really figured the knee thing out. And I was well, you played 38 games, you missed half of the Celtics series, and then you really couldn't survive for the Knicks series. So if that's what figuring it out looks like, I don't know. I don't know moving forward how that works. So practically, I almost think they can't do it with Joel. But emotionally, winning it without him would feel like cheating on him or something. It would feel like he is the last part of all of the start of this. Everything else is gone. Every other coach is gone. Every other player is gone. It's really just him. He's the last thing. And if they were to win it without him, it would feel a little emptier. And if they were to win it with him, even with LeBron, he would be, that would be excellent. Because Mays, you asked what the best season was. The best season was that season with Ben. The best moment was when Embiid won MVP. I loved when Embiid won MVP. It sort of felt like we won something, even though it was just an individual award. Him winning MVP was important to all of us. So it would be great. Yes, I would. I don't know if I would become a LeBron fan, but it would certainly wash away some of the annoyance, I guess.
What if, because a championship is that's an impossible bar to set. It's if they win a championship, then I'll be all right with it. But what if you notice that LeBron has a indelible positive impact on Joel? I think Maxi's Maxi. This guy's great. I don't think LeBron's gonna improve on Maxi in terms of his approach to the game or anything like that. But I think we all recognize Joel as a guy I wish you took some of these things as seriously as you take some of these other things. If you walk away from this experience, no championship, but it's Joel Embiid totally changed his approach to the game. Does that change?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's hard to predict how I'll feel if any of these things happen. We had a Ricky emailer write in and say, how many consecutive wins at the start of the season would it take for you to flip? Like, is it 9-0, 10-0, 12-0? At what point are you going to do it? And I think Mike said it best, where instead of it being that, the thing that I have said is that I'd rather lose without him than win with him. When that flips, that's when I'll know I don't feel that way anymore. But yes, if he changed Joel and Joel became serious in a way that he wasn't before, that would be cool too. It seems like there are a lot of outcomes here. Nobody seems to be addressing the possible outcomes where it doesn't work out, which I think there are several. But yes, that would be a good outcome as well.
Bill Simmons just went after Yahoo. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah, I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
for aggregating.
Yeah,
aggregating what?
Aggregating one of his possible outcomes for the 76ers, comparing them to the 2012 Lakers with Nash and Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said,
I understand why Bill is upset about being aggregated on that, because he was a lot more positive throughout the podcast, and it does seem symbolic of aggregation culture. But he did say there's a chance that this ends up. Literally, he says there's 2012 Lakers potential where this looks awesome on paper. You have LeBron, who's 41, Embiid, who never plays, and Jaylen Brown on a new team trying to fit his way. There's an unhappy version of this. And Yahoo Sports, quote, does a graphic on that, quoting him in full, and says, Bill Simmons thinks there's a chance that the 76ers could wind up like the 2013 Lakers. And Bill writes, this is bullshit. We went through all of the scenarios for how the Phillies signing could play out on Friday's pod, good and bad. I thought Yahoo was trying to be a real place. Don't you guys pay respectable writers and podcasters?
Like Tom Haberstroh.
Yeah, that's you.
To do content? That's a nice backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But you also do fake clickbait crap.
Not
What do
Tom
you
Haberstroh.
think about that, Spike?
I have a interesting, I guess, view on this, in that my very own radio station does that to me occasionally. Like, we opened up the show, and the problem is that the person doing the social media is given instructions and a different incentive structure than I have as a host. So we did the show on Friday. I talked for 8 minutes starting off the show. Included was great job by Mike Gans and Bob Myers. I'm very happy for everybody. But I also said, this is my worst day as a Sixers fan. So the video that went out just had that fucking quote. And I had the same, and everybody's like, you're just clickbait and rage farming. And I'm like, I didn't even put out the fucking video. I don't get anything for the video. I don't care about the video. Video doesn't do anything for me. So I think also, my guess is Sixers fans are rabid right now. I wonder if Bill saw some of the feedback to that quote, and he probably didn't like it. It sucks. It's just kind of like the way the social media works. I don't even know what Yahoo gets out of it. No offense to Yahoo. They get social media traction, but it's not even their writer. So they're just getting likes. The whole thing seems like a machine unto itself without any goal at the end.
It was supposed to drive traffic towards click-throughs, right? But if you're quoting someone else, there's no click-through. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
The other thing that they've done, I don't know if you guys saw this. Someone sent me this. It's like, Yahoo reported it. And I said, Daniel Gafford to the Lakers? What? So I open it. And it's not even aggregation. It's like a partnership deal they have with a website called heavy.com.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy who wrote for heavy.com, whatever website that is, says, he proposes a trade in which Bronny goes to the Sixers and somehow Daniel Gafford ends up on the Lakers. But the way it's framed on Yahoo, because that was the
Tom
headline.
Haberstroh reported. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I wish it was Tom Haberstroh reported. That would give it a little bit more legitimacy. The headline is, Lakers proposed to trade Bronny James to Sixers in 3-team deal for star center.
That is jackpot right there. That is good.
Right?
That hits all of them. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, and I'm looking through it's got to be an aggregation. Okay, who said this? And then no, like according to, Jake Fisher or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well surely the writer is according to sources. The word sources never shows up. It's just
a guess, a perspective trait.
It's the child of Bill Simmons. Who says no? I fucking hate that shit so much. But it's like when it comes with the banner of Yahoo Sports, I like it. Not only like.
Well, to steer this away from Yahoo Sports, who takes care of me and my family quite well.
Well, they delegitimize you, man. It delegitimizes you. You don't have to say anything. I could say that. It delegitimizes you.
I personally have no problem. I like the Bill Simmons fake trade stuff, but it is the aggregation of the aggregation of the aggregation that seems like a bit of a dog chasing its tail. Not to blame Yahoo, it just seems like everybody who is on social is caught in the same doom loop, But
I will say, this moment right here that is aggregating Bill, if it does go down in a pile of rubble, Bill could also come back to this post and say, called it, and no one would remember he was angry about this getting aggregated. So I remember when I was at Metalark, and I remember doing this show and other shows, radio podcasting is so ephemeral. You could say a hot take there and no one will have it in print and it'll just be lost to the ether. Whereas this is something tangible that it is aggregating. And also, if all of these things come true, he can do a victory lap on this in ways that his podcast, he can't really do victory laps on podcasts unless someone clips it,
You know what, though? What I've learned is that if you're right about something bad, nobody cares anyway. There is no, for me, or at least my experience has been, I get more traction if I'm wrong. Think about the traction that Bill got when they traded Jaylen Brown. All people wanted, that was something bad that happened to him. And all people wanted was to hear what he had to say. If he was right about something, if the Sixers fall apart, I don't think that does very much for Bill. Maybe it goes into the big general category if he was right about something, but typically the victory lap, I was right about this. I don't think people generally enjoy that. I don't think it really resonates the same way, though it does, as you're saying. But that's kind of the joy of podcasting and radio, is you can just shoot the shit and it's not forever. And then now everything that you say is forever in some way. You don't even get to pick which ones are forever.
Let's talk about Gansey and Myers a little bit. The new regime that has taken over this summer. First of all, I guess I wonder, what do you think the credit pie between Gansey and Myers is for some of these big moves with Jaylen Brown and LeBron, but also the Daryl aspect of it? And do you think Daryl makes these moves? Do you think these moves happen with Daryl?
Well, the Jaylen Brown trade is a Daryl type move. The roster feels like what everybody ripped Daryl for, is top heavy, injury prone, old. It's there it is. It's like a Daryl Morey special almost. So to say Daryl wouldn't have done it, I don't know that that's true. I don't know if he'd been able to pull it off. It does seem like my guess is the relationship that maybe Gansey and Bob Myers have with Rich Paul is probably more positive than maybe Daryl's was. I don't know what Daryl's was, but sort of maybe feels that way. I don't know how to divvy up the Bob Myers Gansey thing. I don't. I
guess I wonder how involved do you feel Bob is on a day-to-day basis?
So my gut was that Bob wouldn't want to be that involved. I thought Bob took this job with Harris Blitzer to be bigger than a basketball GM. He wants to be part of an ownership group and learn that part of it and be able to oversee it. So I don't know, Bob Myers all of a sudden working the phones for trades feels unlikely to me, but also I wonder if he's just so desperate to make Josh Harris think he's doing a good job. He hires Gansey. He's like, I need to start this here, make it look good so I can go back to doing what I did before. I think that's probably possible too. It seems like this would have been too big for Gansey to pull off if he was the primary on everything right now.
This is what I'm going to say. Bob Myers has the second best job in sports. The best job in sports, I've said this for years, consultant. All consultant does is says, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah.
And then it's like, ooh, and then it's like when it works out, it's like this shrewd genius behind the scenes. And when it blows up, it's like, I just fucking consulted, and don't look at me. It wasn't my job, right? The second best job is to be the president of Mickey Loomis is basically the second best job.
Yeah.
It's like, I was actually doing some Saints shit over here, and I'm like, I don't know what happened with the Pelicans, right? But when like good things happen, it's like, there's Mickey, and they shot Mickey out. Like, thanks, we couldn't do it without the support of Mickey. Like, I do it all for you guys. So Bob, you said it, Spike. His whole shit was like, I don't want to do no day-to-day shit. I'm empire building for Josh Harris. Empire building for Josh Harris, and whoever it's their job. And now I'll help. Now, so with the LeBron thing, yeah. Hey, we need to talk to Rich. Like, Mike Gansey has a relationship with Rich, obviously, and LeBron too. I think LeBron was there when Gansey was in the front office there. But like, if you're trying to land the plane with people who I think read into, oh wait, Bob didn't call on your behalf, right? I feel like Rich and LeBron are the type of people who would be insulted.
Yes,
that
if
like
Bob
it
wasn't
went,
part of it.
If Bob wasn't part of it. So
Yeah.
I do think Bob played a part in that sense. But like this idea, like the Jaylen Brown deal, fuck out of here. That dude is not sitting there with cap sheets and goddamn scouting reports in meetings. That's not what he signed up for. He doesn't want to do that. And it's like this is one of the weirdest things about basketball reporting to me is this obsession with who got the credit for it. And being someone who's been on that side and actually worked on these things, it's like, yeah, man, like half the time that guy that you guys are all handing it to is like, he's like, his involvement is something to the tune of, I think we should get that guy. All right, everyone else, make my dreams come true.
Make it happen. Yeah.
And then he shows up at the press conference. Like, look, I'm not trying to put anybody in a tough spot here, but like the amount of work that Andy Ellisberg does to make Pat Riley's dreams come true, like it is staggering that people are like, there goes Pat. He landed another whale. Like, no, Andy did that shit. Pat just said, I think we should get Giannis. And like, got it. I'm on it. And then he spends 3 years of his life doing this. So I kind of feel for Mike Gansey, because Andy's been there a million years. Andy doesn't give a shit about the credit. He's like, fuck it. Like, we're all part of this together. And when you're part of something that's truly like one, it feels good. But like, I feel bad for Mike Gansey. It's like 90% of basketball fans couldn't even name him before he got this job, right? Some of us remember when he was a player.
The West Virginia diehards, man.
Don't get me started, man.
But like a lot of basketball fans don't.
Wake Forest Killers.
Don't know who he
Jameer
is.
Nelson. Oh God. This is terrible.
They got all of them. They're like the Infinity Stones. Just collecting them. But like the Norris Cole's next, by the way. Tom, they're gonna get Norris Cole as a scouting job. But no, just the idea that like this dude worked his entire life to get to this place and pulled off an unbelievable summer, and everyone's like, "There goes that Bob Myers magic! Way to go, Bob! Where would we be without you?" If I'm Mike Gansey, I'm like, man, fuck that shit. That's harsh.
Yeah, I would also imagine this is a pretty tough situation. Gansey probably appreciates the assist in his first summer. Is like, if you're not going to get the credit, but also you get LeBron, you know, are you good with that? I think his first summer, he'll take it, you know.
I want to get you out on this, Spike. What do you make of the Michael Rubin of it all? Fan Fest happening right before it, leaving the ownership a few years ago. I know he's a Philly guy, Philly native. He's been around the Sixers, but I don't know how much he comes up on your show, or if there is a Lebitard had his thing this week about yeah. What do you make of that?
Not much, actually. There was a time where I feel like I probably would have made more. He was part of the ownership group. He's not anymore. I don't know. He comes up only to laugh at him when there's a funny, Michael Rubin, when there's another white party or a hilarious, interview or a video of him, doing speed pitch and throwing like he doesn't know how to throw a baseball. One of those things. That's where he comes up. I don't have anything against Michael Rubin. I don't think Michael Rubin has much to do with this. I saw Levitard say that. It just doesn't. What could they possibly pay him? Like an extra $10 million to do a Topps card, and that's why he's going to Philly? Doesn't seem to make any sense.
But also, I don't think Michael Rubin has any affection. I don't, and that's going to make it sound negative. I don't think he hates the Sixers. I just don't think he gives a shit about the Sixers.
No, I think he gives a shit about fanatics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he paid LeBron $10 million because, it's LeBron James, right? In the same way that he paid Messi and Ronaldo whatever, or paid FIFA whatever, so they can have the patches. All those patches on the World Cup jerseys it's just for fanatics. That's all it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably it. I just don't think he cares enough. I don't think he's like this giant Sixers fan that's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to circumvent the cap to get the Sixers.
Aggregate it. Maze, let's get Spike right there saying that Michael Rubin.
You know what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Don't listen to the rest of this interview. Just listen to that part.
Yeah, just listen to that part.
Well, I know you got a long summer of mailbag questions with Rights to Ricky to get to, so I appreciate you making time for us. And honestly, this is a big chapter in your professional career. So congratulations. I don't know how this is going to go, but I know that it's going to be big.
Yeah, it will. It will. I've heard that a couple of times. I found it is I think the biggest headline with the LeBron thing is pretty fucking hilarious. It is pretty hilarious to say, oh, do you know how this is going to wrap up? LeBron's going to sign with the Sixers. It's it's pretty funny. So we'll see how it goes. I appreciate you guys having me.
Thanks, Spike.
Uncovered windows can make your home feel up to 20 degrees hotter. Stay cool and save up to 45% off custom window treatments during the summer Black Friday mega sale at Blinds.com. From outdoor shades to room darkening blinds, finding the perfect fit is easy. Get free samples, expert design help, and professional measure and install services, or DIY with confidence and support every step of the way. Shop up to 45% off site-wide, plus huge savings on doorbusters right now during the summer Black Friday mega sale at Blinds.com.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.